The boxing video. So man, I was here chill, man, just reading this article, man. The man Floyd Mayweather, I think it was last week I heard him talking on Fight Hype talking about that the WBC should put his face on the belts, you know what I mean? You know how they have certain faces of particular fighters on the belts. Well, Floyd Mayweather would like his name to be put on, I'm sorry, his face to be put on all the belts, you know? Now, personally, I actually have no problem with that, you know what I mean? Do I think it should be on all the belts? I don't think actually any one particular fighter, this is just in my opinion, one particular fighter should have his face on all the belts, although I have no problems, no gripes, no qualms with any legend being put face being put on these belts, you know what I mean? They do have Muhammad Ali. I think the WBC has Muhammad Ali and fellas like Jose Suleiman, you know what I mean? Not Mauricio Suleiman, the architect, the founding father of the WBC. Jose Suleiman, you know what I'm saying? As his face is on all the belts as well as Muhammad Ali, you know. But, in my opinion, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best of his era. You check it. I just think that it shouldn't be no problem with having his face on all the belts, you know. But if it was up to me, I think it would be cool if, like every great fighter in every division who did hold the WBC belt, I think their face should be up there on the belts that they held. You know what I mean? Like for example, a man like Ruben Olivares, you know what I mean, from Mexico, one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. Okay, he held that WBC belt for a while. Them fellas' face should be on a WBC belt in the bantamweight division, 118. Let's go to 160. You could put a middleweight. You could put Carlos Monzon, or you could even put the man Marvin Hagler. You know what I'm saying? I'd put Marvin Hagler, me personally, because I'm more familiar with his fights and his whole career than I am with Carlos Monzon. And I know the man was undisputed, held three titles at one particular time. Did Marvin Hagler? You know what I mean? So now when we're talking about the greatest boxing fan, what's happening, big man? I see you in the chat. Boxing fan says, nah, bro, nobody wants a belt with Floyd picture on it. Well, they're going to have to just suck it up, man. I mean, personally, the man Floyd Mayweather has paid his dues as far as holding them WBC straps, you know what I mean? That was the first title he held in 1998 when he beat the man Gennaro Hernandez for the WBC belt and the lineal title as well, you know what I mean? And, he went up to 135 and he beat Jose Luis Castillo for the WBC 135-pound title at lightweight. Then he went to 140, you know what I mean? And he snatched that WBC green belt off Arturo Gatti, you know what I mean? Then, what's that, 100? Then he went to 154. And he beat what's his name? He beat the man, Oscar De La Hoya for a 154-pound title, you know what I mean? WBC. So, the man has paid his dues with the WBC. I heard an article, I read an article of Evander Holyfield was talking about the man has never been undisputed. Well, that's a fact, you know what I mean? This video ain't about him being undisputed. It's about what he's done for the WBC. Not to mention, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best of his era. You know what I mean? One of the best of all time. I don't call him TBE, but he's definitely an ATG, you know. Boxing fan says, but you remember how long he kept the 154 WBC belt from the Charlo? And then boxing fan says, and the WBC never pushed to release it. Well, Floyd actually, it's like he had them fellas in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? WBC, even WBA, they never forced the man, Floyd, to fight his mandatories, who was Keith Thurman at 147, and his mandatory at 154 was Lara for the WBA, you know? You know what I'm saying? But, They also had what was it, like a kind of a diamond belt that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd fought for, or $1 million belt. The WBC has always let it be known that Floyd is their guy. You know what I mean? Even what's it, the money belt when what you call it, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fought just last year in August. You know what I mean? End of August. That was a WBC sanctioned fight. Boxing fans in the chat says, I hate the politics in boxing. Yeah, the politics and the belts definitely hold boxing back, you know what I mean? And actually, I wish boxing would have like a kind of commission. And, that's actually even the reason why we don't even have a boxing game, dogs. You know what I mean? We don't have a boxing game since 2011. It's hard for EA Sports to get these licenses from a boxer, yeah, especially many particular boxers, especially if they want to put the OGs, you know what I mean? Roberto Duran. Now you got to go back and contact Roberto Duran. You got to contact Muhammad Ali's estate. And you got to contact all kind of people just to get them to agree to be shown in their image and likeness on a video game. So, if boxing was like NBA or NFL, it'd be easier, you know what I mean? And that's actually one of the reasons why EA Sports has been dealing more with UFC. It's owned by one person, it's under one umbrella, and it's just a little easier for them to, to get the licensing fees and to license these boxers. Boxing fan asks in the chat, and what's up with the drug testing? Too many people cheating in this game. Yeah, well, the guys who get caught out, they get caught, you know what I mean? I ain't going to go there and say anything about Floyd Mayweather juicing or nothing like that. That I don't know. I have no proof of that, just like I never had proof of Manny Pacquiao, never had proof of Juan Manuel Marquez, even though there might have been some symptoms shown. Well, I'm not going to go there, you know what I mean? Fellas who do get caught, they get caught, you know what I mean? And we all know who they are. But as far as this putting Floyd on a belt, it's just, I think it's only right, you know what I mean? Personally, I would like to see it happen maybe when he's in the Hall of Fame, you know what I mean? You never know, he could come back for a lucrative fight. You never know, but if he's in the Hall of Fame for sure, then yeah, go ahead and do it, man. The man has paid his dues, you know what I mean? Boxing fan says Floyd is not juicing, but he is using something for his broken hands. Yeah, he definitely uses some kind of antibiotic, something that's legal in the state of Nevada and Las Vegas that he can put in his brittle hands, you know what I mean? Do I personally agree with it? Hey, it's legal in Las Vegas, so anybody can do it. It's not legal in other states. You know what I mean? Well, that's just that's a gray area right there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But as far as Floyd with the belt, I think they should go ahead and do it. I don't see any reason. I don't disagree with it. I don't think it's bad for the sport. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Manny Pacquiao on the belt, the same belt that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd fought for, a WBC belt. Manny Pacquiao was on the same belt too, you know what I mean? So like I said, personally, I would like for great fighters who've held that belt in a particular division, their face should be put on it, you know what I mean? As far as Floyd, it is what it is. I wouldn't be mad at all, you know what I'm saying? The man definitely has paid his dues. But I definitely would like, if it was up to me, that would be my criteria. Great fighters who've held them titles. Muhammad Ali for sure at heavyweight, even Larry Holmes. These guys held these WBC belts, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Joe Louis on the belt, you know what I mean? Even though he's never held a WBC, WBA, none of these sanctioning body belts, but I would personally like for him to do it when Floyd Mayweather retires, you know what I mean? Well, that's about it, ladies and gents, boxing heads and fight fans around the world. That's my video, you know what I mean? Thanks for boxing fan and everybody else participating in the chat. And I'm going to catch you on the next vid. Big ups to my man Boxing Fan. What he says in the chat. That nigga wanted no drug testing. He said, Boxing Fan says Manny is 100% juicing. Hey, that's your opinion, big man. Boxing Fan says, saying I am scared for needles. He definitely was. That's what he said. But I've never seen no positive, him testing positive for Steroids, you know what I mean? That's why I ain't even gonna go there. But y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next vid. B Marsh Boxing, thanks for coming through. And I'm gonna catch you on the next vid. Peace.